Alright, so last season I took over a massively underperforming Man United team in the hopes of taking them back to the top with huge signings like Brian Mbeumo being our first signing into the team, followed by Emiliano Martinez and also Estepinian, who you won't see, but a big signing was Victor Gyökeres signing for 90 million for Sporting in the hopes that his goal scoring records would transfer over to the Premier League and see us lift trophies. You can see we did win the FA Cup, we also won the Carabao Cup, winning the domestic double, and also on top of that we managed to win the Premier League. And with only one loss to our name, we did incredibly well to win the domestic treble. So this season, we're looking to win the Champions League. Gyökeres also to getting 40 plus goals in the season, win the Player of the Season award. You can see there's the stats of the players. Let's get into season 2, make some huge signings, and hopefully continue an incredible form from season 1. And here in season 2, we look to improve and add on to this incredible Man United team that won the domestic treble last season, as we look to go on to win the Champions League and also retain the domestic treble as well, winning a quadruple this season. And you guys just remember that we do sell Bruno Fernandes and Lisandro Martinez. Now, Martinez is the player that I'm more likely to sell. He's been injured quite a lot for Man United. I've liked him in this series, so I could keep him as a rotation player in this team. But we're all going to set a new centre-back to take over in the first team, which might be a downgrade originally, but is a player that could do better than him in the long run, which is going to be a English player who you guys suggested down below, which I will reveal in a second. And Bruno's a player that you guys, like I said, I suggested we sell in the comments, but I personally don't think we should sell him. Recently, he came out and said that Amorim has personally talked him to stay at United, as he could have easily gone to Saudi Arabia, earned a lot of money in the process, but decided to stay at United and stay the captain of the team. So personally, I think we keep him for this final season and see him lift the Champions League. I think he deserves it, being the captain of United for the time he has been and what he's offered at the club. I think he deserves to lift the Champions League, so I think we're going to keep him around for what could possibly be the final season of this series. Now, the likes of Rashford, Sancho and Anthony were players that we were going to sell. So we did try to sell them last season. We didn't get any offers for them that were worth our selling them for, or just any offers in general for the likes of obviously Sancho and Rashford. We got no offers for. So this season, we are looking to sell them and replace them. Let's get into the transfer window, improve this United team, and hopefully go on this season to win the Champions League and more. And for 33 million here, Jordan Brownfoot, a long-term target for Man United. IRL, the English centre-back, left-footed, 6'5", 23 years of age right now, 80 rated in this team, or will be 80 rated in this team. Signed here for 33 million, from Everton or finally end the saga of would he leave Everton to join United or go elsewhere. But he joins us here and will be a great centre-back for us in the team. So replacing Lisandro Martinez as a first-team centre-back and will be a great player alongside Lenny Yoro in our defence. And signing to back up Mateusz Cunha in the left-wing role this season as Antonio Nusa, the young Norwegian talent, lighting up the world right now for Leipzig and his the Norwegian national team. The 20-year-old joins us here for 14 million, plus Anthony headed the opposite direction to Leipzig, so it's a swap deal, plus 14 million to bring Nusa, the incredible young talent, into United here. So we'll be a backup player to Mateusz Cunha in the left wing. We're also looking to sell Rashford still, and also Sancho still yet to be sold. And Brownfoot and Nusa start a spending spree this season. And as you can see, Rashford and Sancho have both departed the club here, with Sancho going to Newcastle for 47 million and also Rashford headed to Aston Villa, the team he was on loan to, for 40 million. In the deal with Nusa, we saw Anthony go the other way. So 3 players that are most likely to leave United IRL have officially left the club here, which now gives us around 250 million in the budget to spend here. As you can see, 254 million to spend on new players. There have been a few players that you guys suggested that we do sign. One being Joe Bellingham, who is on loan currently, so he's unable to be signed in this Chrome, unfortunately, so we can't sign him. But one thing that I do feel like we need is a CDM option. We do have Hayden Hackney. We would actually have an out-and-out CDM that we could use if you got to a minor get injured. I've got a few players on the shortlist we could sign, which I will show you in a second, and possibly a new left back, because Estepinian was great, but we could go for a world-class left back with the money do we have and sign someone like Teo Hernandez or someone great like that. But in terms of the shortlist of players we do have, to see, we've got a multitude of players that you guys either suggested down below we do sign, or players that I have here. And Aston Villa did get relegated, so Ezri Konsa and also Pau Torres will be players that we do sign to be backup players in the team. Most likely Pau Torres, because Ezri Konsa is more of a first-team player. So Pau Torres we could sign as a backup player, as you guys suggested down below. But in terms of CDM, forget about Kamara because he's too high rated to be a backup CDM. And we'd go straight into the first team, unless you guys do want to see Kamara in the first team. But we do have Adam Varela here, the Argentinian midfielder, who I believe is actually linked to United right now. I can see a bunch of great play styles that he does have. Great stats, 24, 80 rated, not too expensive. Florentino as well. So he used to be a big wonder kid in career mode. Still a great player, 82 rated these days. A bunch of great players as well. Anticipate and also intercept as well for him is great to have as a CDM. And also we do have Gedson Fernandez, who is more of a box-to-box player and can attack as well, but would be a great CDM as well, not an out-and-out CDM. So it's basically between Kamara, if you guys want to see him, Varela or Florentino for the CDM role. As you can see, Joe Bellingham, is on loan from Dortmund to Leganes, so we can't sign him. And other players you guys suggested we do sign down below is Thiago Almada to replace Bruno Fernandes. But like I said, I don't particularly want to sell Bruno in this team. I think he deserves to lift the Champions League for all he has offered United and being their best player in the most recent IRL season that they did have. That literally saved them from being much worse. And Rodrigo Moura is a player you guys suggested we could sign. But personally, I don't think he would get much game time in this team. I think he will be much suited to a different career mode in the future where he could be like a main player. As we do have Xerxes and Mason Mount as backups to Bruno Fernandes right now. So Moura just wouldn't really find much playtime in the team. And I don't think it really suits this team currently. So he's a player that is on the short list. I will sign if you guys want to see him in the team and give him game time. But right now, I personally don't think he would get much game time. It would be kind of a waste of a signing in this series and won't really see much game time. Let's get back into the transfer window, and I will possibly bring in Pau Torres here in a second and have him be a backup centre-back in this team. And our first game of the season here is against Man City here in the Community Shield final, and a chance to lift our first piece of silverware of Season 2 and being the Community Shield. So this game is a glorified friendly technically, but it's a game you want to win nonetheless. But Brownfate will be starting this game in the centre-back role, and also Antonio Nusa will be on the bench for this game and could get a bunch of game time or get some minutes in this game if we need to bring him. As you can see, Martinez is on the bench as a kind of rotational CDM slash centre-back slash full-back if necessary will be brought on. But as you can see, we're going to go into the game with the same line that we had last season. That saw us win the treble. Let's get into this game here. And the way we go to Man City did handle that only loss in the Premier League last season when they beat us 1-0 at Old Trafford with Haaland scoring the only goal of the game. So hopefully we can beat City here and hand back that loss to them. Givadio does well there. Obviously, Man City have the likes of Echeverri in their team, Ryan Shirky, Ryan Nori, and other great players. Givadio's on board there, finding Jack Grealish, who could be using a swap deal to get Rodrigo to join City, but I'm not sure how likely that is to happen. Haaland. That's going to be wondered by Matej Cunha. Love that from him. Yep. So again, trying to just find a way through. Cunha's done incredible there to find a bit of space. Work it into the box. Cunha cuts it back at Giroud. He can't get the shot away though. Somebody touched Rodri there, closing Giroud down. But here's Bruno Fernandes. No shot there. Zambumo goes around Marquinhos. Zambumo going all the way here. He shoots. But Edison. It's a great set to stop them. It's on Martinez playing right back for them in this game. Grealish on the attack here. That's an interesting pass there. Literally passed it to his former Aston Villa teammate, I believe. Martinez was there at the same time as Grealish, I think. Does have the power shot plus play style, so if I get an opportunity to get a shot away, I might do so here. We're going to press it in here too, and boom, but Marquinhos makes a block. But here is Ugarte. Cunha to Bruno Fernandes. Still going here is Bruno Fernandes. Great move there by him. Flicks it to the back post, looking for Mbuma, but Givadio wins the header. Haaland. Echeverri. Shot there by Rodri, I think that was, but that's going to be deflected into the path of Martinez with a great save there. Well, a comfortable save for him. Definitely Mbuma skipping past Givadio. Being trapped down here as Mbuma, but he's still going. Mbuma going all the way. Mbuma, can he make it 1-0? It's a big miss. It's a very, very big miss. And City finished second in the Prem. So they're trying to spoil up already this season and show that they're going to be a tough challenge for us. This time round, as Gyökeres at the start of the second half, though, smashes it into the back of the net and puts us 1-0 up here. The perfect start to the second half, and Antonio Nusa watches on. He will most likely get some game time later in this game, in 10 or so minutes or more game time. I might bring him off for Matej Cunha. But a great finish there from him. No stopping that one for either the defender or the goalkeeper. And Bruno gets the assist, showing one, we should keep him in the team for passes like that into the space. And Gyökeres makes it 1-0. Ryan Shirky, the Frenchman, hit Echeverri, two very technical dribblers, but there's Estepinian intercepting. And Manu can't get the ball out there. Haaland. Oh, it's a great pass into Echeverry. Can Brantford stop him? He makes a block. I'm going to head that back to Martinez there just to... Holding suspicious there by Manu. Looked up from him. Mateusz Cunha. To Gyökeres. Back here to Bruno. And Bruno looking for Gyökeres once again. Gyökeres, can he score a similar goal? He does so. And makes it 2-0 on the hour mark. We pretty much repeated the same goal. A through ball this time over the top. Into Gyökeres on the half volley there. Makes it 1-0 or 2-0 here, so sorry. This is a 2-goal lead in this game. As City look dangerous in this one, but they haven't really mounted any proper chances. But Gyökeres puts this 2-0 up here. You love to see it. We're going to bring on Antonio Nusa in a second to give him his debut and see how he can perform. A great finish here from Gyökeres. He's on for a hat-trick in this game. And let's see if Nusa can help him get it, as we're going to bring him on down the left. And also Amad Diallo down the right. What his strengths are and weaknesses. Estepinian, great defending there. Against Ryan Shirky. Nusa. Bruno Fernandes. To Amad Diallo. Gyökeres sends through Antonio Nusa to make an instant impact on his debut. He pokes it into the back of the net. And fouled for so many after coming off the bench. He gets his first goal. Granted, it's in the Community Shield, so it's not going to count towards his record, I don't think, but it's a goal nonetheless, and a great impact from him. Gyökeres playing the ball through to him, and a great finish there. Just pokes it into the back of the net there. A wonderful finish from him. And this game is surely over now, 3-0 up. We're going to win the Community Shield here to add a 4th trophy to our collection and start the season off in the best way possible, unless City can pull out an insane comeback late in this game. And so comes Ryan Shirky. Ball into the box here, to the back post. It's a great save from Martinez, but it's going to come back to Grealish, and that is a mix-up, but we've got the better of it, thankfully. And all the way back, there we go. Oh no, Haaland makes it 3-1. City were most likely going to score, but it is where it is. No clean sheet for us. And Diallo here can send it out wide here. Bruno. Nusa. I was looking for a first-time chip volley there, but he took a touch and went for the chip after that. But it's a great set there from Ederson. Antonio Nusa making another great run here. Gyökeres looking for the hat-trick. He hits it, but Ederson denies him from getting so. But the game is done here. It's going to be a 3-1 victory in the Community Shield here for United here, beating City to win the trophy. You'd love to see it. And let's cut to the trophy lift here in a second. And what a 4th trophy won since I took over as Man United manager here in this series is now. It's the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Premier League and the Community Shield. I said the Community Shield is technically the lowest one in the bunch, but it's a great way to start the season off with 2 goals for Gyökeres, a goal for Nusa on his debut. Great defending from Brantford in this game as well. And a perfect start to our season so far. We also pick up victory in our first game of the season up against Forest at home with Xerxes, and also Gyökeres getting goals in this game to get our first 3 points of the season. And our final game of the episode will be against Chelsea here away from home at Stamford Bridge. Let's get into this one and hopefully beat Chelsea here to go 2 for 2 in the Prem and 2 for 2 in terms of played games in today's episode. He will be a player that's obviously leaving Namairo, Andres Santos in the team, who was great for us in our Chelsea series. Jackson trying to go through there, but then a great defender from him. It's Estepinian. Ball here to Bruno. But Andres Santos stops him there. Andres Santos here, the Brazilian. It was a great set there from Martinez. I literally was expecting that to be a goal. The second I saw that ball go across the box, but thankfully Martinez made a great save as Adora Bioyo stops us there from getting forward. And we get the ball back off Chelsea here just about. CDM, who's very good in the challenges. And moving forward as Manu. In here to Mateusz Cunha, hits it, but it's blocked by Wesley Fofana. Dallo, great defending there against him. And Bruno can find Bruno Fernandes. And Gyökeres can not make the run I wanted him to make there. And Adora Bioyo gets the ball off us. Now Jared Brantford, good defending there from him. Cunha instead, after the deflection. Cunha hit up against Malo Gusto. Twisting and turning. Ball here to Bruno, who can hit them. Finesse shot, saved by Providel. Like in this here. Jar Felix. Great defending there from Brantford. But he made do with it. So Bruno to Ugarte. Into Mbumo. Can feed it through to Matej Cunha, who can get the shot away and pokes it into the back of the net and makes it 1-0 to us. Was very similar to the goal Antonio Nusa scored in the condition against City here. Opens the scoring in this game. Over 30 minutes in this game, and Cunha strikes it for us. And well, after a great save from Martinez earlier, Chelsea possibly should have been leading this game, as they have been the better team, arguably in the attack. But so far in this game, we've held on defensively, and we get a break going forward, and we scored to make it 1-0 to show that we're a team that takes our chances, unlike Chelsea haven't done in this game so far. But they could score straight from kickoff. It's Chelsea in a game against us previously. Scored a few goals straight from kickoff, which was rather annoying. But I've got a feeling that they might do the same there. But Bramthwaite stops them from doing so. It's a great pass up wide as well to Nkunku. And Yoro stops his fellow Frenchman support width into the centre, looking for Jackson. Bramthwaite, great block. And Yoro, great interception, but Smag got the ball back, and Martinez, great save. Bringing on Palmer off the bench, interesting change. That he's not starting. As that shot just goes wide of the post, courtesy of Cole Palmer. That's a great pass to Teo Hernandez, who's running forward. He chips Emiliano Martinez and makes it 1-1. Fair enough, it's a great goal. The pass to Teo Hernandez, he didn't see it coming. And the Frenchman puts Chelsea level. That pass there first time from Felix is incredible. And it finishes to match as well. Nusa now twisted and turned in, trying to find a way through the Chelsea back line. And whipping a good crosser, looking for Juricus, but it's going to be punched out by Provedel. And Ugarte, why not Ugarte? Blocked by Caicedo, no handball. Looking back, Bruno Fernandes. Antonio Nusa, good turn, can he get the shot away? Can't really get in the box either though, to get the shot away there. Juricres. We're just prodding and trying to find a way through the Chelsea back line. The ball here looking for Juricres, he takes it down. Juricres hits it and scores. We've had to be patient, but we knew a chance would open up eventually. And Victor Juricres puts us back in the lead here. A great show of strength there, and a great finish on the half volley there to make it 2-1. I was thinking about playing the pass there across there to Diallo, but I saw that it would have been intercepted if I did do so. But we take the lead again in this game. Wins the header, gives it straight back to them. That's João Felix. Dispossessed by Manu. Bruno Fernandes now. Wins a free kick, you'd love to see it. And Santos gets in the book for his challenge there. Teo Hernandez, love to see that from him. And Teo Hernandez wipes him out from behind. And hopefully he hasn't caused an injury to Amad Diallo. But Teo Hernandez, with a rash challenge there, could get sent off for his challenge. And he is going to get sent off. Not the first time in this series that Teo Hernandez gets sent off when we play Chelsea, I don't think. But there's going to be a free kick in an interesting position here. And Chelsea now down to 10 men. As Nkunku goes off to make way for a change. And you know what, I'm going to just hit this here with Bruno Fernandes, why not? It's Bruno Fernandes from an unlikely position to score a free kick, but can he do so? Bruno Fernandes, Chavella, free kick. Saved just about by Provedel's goal. Nacho's come on for them to try and beat his former team. Ball in. Header goalwards, but Martinez with a good save there. So Manu to Ugarte. Juricres, lovely pass there from Ugarte to make it 3-1 and put the game to bed. There we go. That pass from Ugarte is incredible. When I attempted that pass, I thought it was going to get blocked by the defender, but thankfully the Uruguayan threaded it through to the Swedishman up front, who ain't going to miss some there. Puts it into the far corner, makes it 3-1, puts us 2 goals clear Chelsea to end this game off here, to put the final nail in the coffin of Chelsea here. And Juricres in back-to-back games scores a brace here. Obviously scored 1 goal against Forest as well, so what is that? 3 goals in 2 games in the Prem for him so far, and obviously 5 so far in every game we played. But Caicedo here, looking for a last goal for Chelsea here. Jackson. Wider to Cole Palmer. And Palmer, ball whipped in. Had goals by Joe Felix in the acrobatic attempt, but wide of the post. And the game is going to be done here. It's a 3-1 victory. If the ref blows a full time, which he should do, there we go. A 3-1 victory against Chelsea here. At Stamford Bridge to go 2 for 2 in the Prem. And get 6 points to go top of the table most likely. And a great game nonetheless. A great performance on the team. Chelsea always give us a challenge in this series, which I do like. That this series has kind of actually been slightly challenging the games we do play. But we deserved to win in this game. Giroud's man of the match. Cunha as well with a joint rating. Branthwaite had a great game. And overall a great performance from this team to see us beat Chelsea here. And well, that's going to call it for today's episode of the Man United Chrome. And let me know down below who we should sign with the 250 million we have left to spend in the budget this season. So we need a new CDM to be a backup in this team. I see the likes of Varela and also Florentino, our players you saw earlier in the episode for us to sign to be backup. Also, should we replace Estepinian in the team? It's been a great left back for us. Obviously, he would be a backup and Dorgo would go out on loan most likely. But Estepinian has been incredible for us in this team. But because sign a world-class left back with the money we do have, like I mentioned, we have 250 million to spend. So it would be kind of a waste not to spend it and improve this team massively to try and win the Champions League this season. And in terms of players we have on the shortlist, I'll run you through the players that we could sign in terms of players that we're looking at. Obviously, Varela, Florentino as backup CDMs, or Gedson Fernandez, who's also a possible CDM we could sign. And other players here, I'm just going to scroll through, that we could bring into the team and be a backup player, or maybe a player that's going to come into the team as a rotation option. Obviously, Noah Lang and Ortotoglu are players that we're not going to sign as they won't get much game time in this team. But lots of Eze and Xavi Simons are players that we could look at to replace Bruno Fernandes with if we did decide to sell him. If you guys are adamant we sell Bruno and don't give him the option to lift the Champions League this season and replace him with a player like Armada, Rogers, Simons or Eze in this team, then we will do so. But as of right now, I do feel like Bruno should be keeping around. And also, we could sign one of these players as the backup cam, because we do have Xerxes and also Mason Mount. We could improve on that backup cam role. And a player like Eze would be an absolutely incredible backup cam for us in the team. Would replace Mason Mount on the bench, as would be on there with Xerxes as well. So let me know down below who you want to see us sign with the 250 million we have left to spend in the budget. Thank you for watching. If you're going to enjoy the episode, drop a like and subscribe for more content. And well, yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye.